Welcome to Finding Alara, a safe space where authors, artists, and creatives share their world-building style and mindfulness tactics. Brought to you by Bushland Castle Productions, a micro-publisher with an author support platform that nurtures creative growth and storytelling excellence. Welcome to the Indie Author Book Fair Minisode series. All of these interviews were recorded as a live stream from the Indie Author Book Fair on the 30th of November 2025 in Bunbury. Each minisode will have the live interview component with myself or Paul Vandermeer from Forest.chat, an additional conversation that the author had with Chris Ilsley at the event, and an excerpt from one of their creative works which may just inspire you to have a closer look at what is available in the indie book world. Interview 8 of 27 is Fleay. Isabelle Fleay is an Australian author with a passion for all things romantasy, supernatural intrigue, and epic world building. Obsessed with weaving cinematic stories onto the page, she draws inspiration from the films and shows that spark her imagination, bringing to life tales of gods, spirits, and star-crossed fates. Her debut series, Mystic City, is a love letter to the genres she adores, blending dark urban fantasy, murder mystery, and slow-burn romance into a world where the lines between the living and the dead is razor-thin. When she is not writing, you can find her brainstorming new stories with her partner and her dog at all hours of the day, sipping hot chocolate, travelling with friends, or painting as she teaches art classes on the side. Follow her writing journey on Instagram, Fleay Writes, and immerse yourself in the phantoms, gods, and secrets of Mystic City. Her first book, Mystic City, Souls and Spirits, has the hook. In Arcadia, a city alive with magic and teeming with vampires, angels, witches, and werewolves, Lila Starquin has always been the exception. A human girl with an ordinary life in an extraordinary world. Her second book, Mystic City, Celestial Reckoning, has the hook. In the aftermath of severing ties with the Kitsune, Lila is thrust into a delicate balancing act, pretending to resume her normal life while concealing the truth about the malevolent spirit still lurking within her. Izzy's books are available on Amazon, and the direct link is in the show notes. We have done our best to clean up the audio for these interviews, but it was recorded live. Some of the background noise has persisted after editing, and it really gives you a feel for the energy on the day. I hope that you enjoy these little chats. I will come back at the end and share my key takeaways and let you know who the next guest is going to be.
Izzy, great to see you here at the Indie Author Book Fair. Great to have you along.
Thank you. It's my first one.
Fantastic. You've got a great setup here.
Thank you.
What books do you have here?
Well, I have my first book, Mystic City, Souls and Spirits. It's a modern fantasy, so it's set in a city, like the name, and it follows a bunch of supernatural creatures on a murder mystery investigation. Basically
okay.
a dark romance version of Scooby-Doo, really.
Dark
Simple
romance
terms.
of Scooby-Doo.
Simple terms.
I saw Scooby-Doo the other day.
I love Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it was on quite a long leash.
And my second book's over here too, the second continuation. Yeah. They look the exact same, it's just sitting here. I know, the colours are very similar, it's the whole point.
Oh, okay.
Yes, a nice
So they're a
blue
matching
theme.
set on the shelf.
Yes.
So people need to buy both because they flow?
Exactly. Book 1 is light blue. Book 2, Celestial Reckoning, or Mystic City Celestial Reckoning, is book 2. And then I plan to have a 5-book series, so they'll be brighter colours so you can tell them apart, don't worry. The printing like to make them look identical. Happy
excellent.
accident.
So you're going to have to think up a whole theme for your colours and
Yes, I
and
know.
that sort of thing.
Pink, black, green, who knows?
Who knows, right. So you'll need to make sure that you follow Izzy's social media, I
Of
guess,
course.
or website? Where do we get in touch with you?
Both. I have an Instagram, Fleay Writes. You can find my QR code on the front here as well for our website. Everything you need's on there. It's very
Excellent.
exciting.
Oh, excellent. And Izzy, how did you get into writing in this genre?
Well, it's a funny story. I'll tell it quick though. I never used to read books growing up. I was not a reader. I probably had the worst spelling until I was probably 17. It wasn't for a long while. I thought, you know what? It's, COVID hit. You couldn't leave your house much. I thought, I'm going to read some books. And as they called it, the typical fairy smuts. And I enjoyed it. And I thought, I could write something like this. And I drafted it up. I even worked FIFO, so fly in, fly out. Bored out of my mind. It tolls on your mental health. So I wanted to pick up a hobby in the meantime, and that was writing these books. Only a year ago, and within the year, I have not written one, but 2 books. And they're here today. So really cool. It's really cool.
And you've done that all while working fly in, fly out?
Yes.
Right. So that's good, pretty good use of your time.
Yeah, well, it's busy and it's 2 weeks away, 1 week at home, so I write where I can,
Yeah, fantastic. Okay. So I think I asked you about how you got into this genre.
Yes. Well, picking up other readers' books, it's a great community. Just get inspired by other authors alike, whether they're indie or traditional authors, and I just kept reading. I went, I'm so inspired, I want to write my own.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And this whole indie author book scene, did you know what you were getting into?
No idea. I just went into it blind pretty much. I had no idea how to publish. I asked so many people for help and they were so lovely. They shared all their ins and outs, and aside from that, I'm so glad I've had so much support, really. Otherwise, I'd be so confused. But being part of these events is really awesome as well. So,
Yeah, so where did the support come from?
Both family members and authors alike. I just had to be brave and chat them up on Instagram and go, how do you do this? Can you please help me? And
So you
they
joined
did.
communities?
That's it. Facebook, Instagram, and it was really, really exciting. And they didn't gatekeep anything from me, so they said, let's help you. We'll give you a step-by-step guide. So really grateful and thankful. Otherwise, I wouldn't have no idea how to do it on my own.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's good. It's people getting together really makes a
That's it.
massive improvement in your whole sense of worth and ability.
Exactly.
You want to have your own sense of worth,
That's
but
it.
having
You feel
someone else
part of
help
a
you pump
community.
it up.
Yeah. Everyone hypes each other up. It's really awesome to be part of. And I get to do these things too with you. It's really cool.
Fantastic. And did you have other people read your book before it went out?
Yes, I had ARC readers, which I learned all these terms long before publishing, and just friends and family, and they enjoyed it. And so I thought, they said, you could really publish this. I thought, okay. And that's when I learned how to ask people, and here I am today. Full
fantastic.
circle moment. It's when people give you the motivation and it makes you think, I could do this,
Yeah. So you had people who actually have a pretty good understanding of what is needed actually say, this looks like it's worthwhile.
Yeah, which is a huge boost for your self-esteem, And I know most authors here because I've messaged them for help and advice, and they've all been so opening. So it's even more of a reason to keep going,
Yeah. And do you read other authors' books?
Yes, especially indie authors.
Before they get out, I mean.
If they want me to, they say, can you read this? I go, me? Trust me with your book, baby, as they call it. And we exchange books. It's really awesome. We have a fun community. It's great.
Yeah, excellent. Now, if you had to describe you as a writer in 5 words, what would they be?
Okay, well, I would like to think magical, mysterious, exciting, adventurous, and...
I always forget the last one as well. I
You
wouldn't
think
panic.
I've used so many words. Familiar.
Familiar?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you've already talked about having books into the future, so what's your favourite writing environment?
Ooh, I do just sit on my couch with my dog, and I have movies in the background that I'm familiar with, and so getting inspiration from fantasy shows or movies in the background, I often get inspiration just from the comforts of my own home. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Nothing fancy, so nice cup of tea and I'm good to go.
Excellent. And just for the viewers, we'll remind them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Fleay Writes. That's Fleay for Fleay, and my website as well is authoriflay.com.au.
Wonderful. Thank you, Izzy.
Thank
Lovely
you so
to meet
much. You too. Thank you.
Have you finished building your story and you're not sure which pathway to choose for publishing? The Book Reality Experience is a publishing assistance service offering partnership publishing solutions to authors. We have different pathways available, and we'll recommend what we think works best for you and your story. Check out our website at www.bookreality.com for more information. Together, let's turn your book dream into a reality.
Authors, and more authors. Joining us at the Indie Book Festival here in Bunbury, Isabelle Fleay is an Australian author of romantic fantasy, best known for her debut series, Mystic City. Her love of storytelling began in childhood, was sparked by whimsical classics like The Adventures of Tassie by Anna and Barbara Feinberg, and Enid Blyton's The Magic Faraway Tree. As she grew, so did her appetite for deeper magic systems and emotionally rich words, diving headfirst into series like Crescent City and The Shadow Hunter Chronicle, drawing inspiration from Greek and Japanese mythology, Studio Ghibli films, and her obsession with fighting demons in the modern world. Isabelle seamlessly blends fantasy with urban grit to craft immersive words full of heart, darkness, and wonder. And from that fusion, Mystic City was born. Hello, Isabelle. Do you sometimes find your thoughts run away with you? Do you have to control your thoughts for the purpose of writing a book so you don't have too much information?
Yes, I've recently got myself an iPad. I'll transfer notes from my phone to my iPad to a A3 spreadsheet, handwrite it, then to my laptop. My house is a library at this point. It's too much paperwork.
Mystic City, where did the idea for that come from?
Well, I live in a modern world, as you know, and I'm bit of a youngster, as they say. I'm one of the youngest authors here, I've been told. So growing up with modern fantasy, I wanted to incorporate that into my everyday life, but write about the things we don't have. So we're not supernatural creatures with super strength and speed, and I thought I would love to have that. So let's make it up and go along.
I've always wanted to ask this question. If supernatural creatures, as envisaged, really existed, would they be friendly, or would they decide we're inferior and want to wipe us all out?
Definitely, I think inferior. It's classic. They would rule the hierarchy. As it's in my book, the humans, there's very little of them.
Yep. Alien creatures would not be our friends.
I don't think so either, but a shape-shifting
They would want to kill us.
Yes, definitely. Vampires, werewolves, you name it.
Yeah, but they're different, aren't they? Because they're humanoid.
Yeah.
We have to delineate between alien and humanoid. Whether we like it or not, vampires and that are humanoid,
They're
aren't
just
they?
dead people, really, aren't they?
Yeah. Mystic City, is that your vision of a modern city that's not like any other city?
Yes, it's basically a utopia. So there's all the creatures live in harmony. The humans, whilst they're on the inferior end, they're still included, but they're not the favoured of the humans, of the citizens, rather. There's mystics, which are supernatural
creatures. But they're
creatures.
not living like we sometimes see in some of those sci-fi movies where they're living outside the city and they try and attack it at every moment.
No, there are rules and politics in place where the humans are off limits.
How do you create these sort of books? How do you work out where people fit in the hierarchy?
Honestly, getting a lot of inspiration from other authors and watching too much TV shows, especially during COVID when there wasn't much to do besides that, and gathering inspiration led me to going, oh, let me tweak that and make it my own.
It's amazing how many people I've spoken to today who say that COVID was actually good for them because they couldn't do anything else except sit down and write a book.
Blessing in disguise.
Did the book turn out the way you envisaged? Or did it somehow take on a life of its own?
At first, I knew the plot. My main character, Grimm, the male main character, he was supposed to be the villain, and there wasn't supposed to be a love story for a few books into the series.
Well, a name like Grimm doesn't exactly invoke thoughts of a nice guy, does it?
Exactly. So, and he is a Grim Reaper, where the name comes from.
Yep.
So he's the literal embodiment of death.
Does he have the Reaper and
He
everything?
He does. He transforms and everything. A bit of a humanoid. There you go.
Okay, so he comes along and says, well, I'm terribly sorry, but time's up.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly
So how does he cease being a bad guy? I mean, nobody wants to meet Grimm.
No. He's also a detective, so he finds my female main character, Layla, at the centre of a crime scene, thinking this human girl can't be responsible for terrorising my afterlife. I must bring justice.
Oh, okay, so it's about him trying to say, listen, who's been messing with my afterlife?
Exactly, and I thought, you can't just have a Grim Reaper pop out of nowhere. I'll make him live in this city and have a day job.
Is this how you envisaged the story, or did it become this?
It became this. Yes, it was.
Wow.
Took a life of its own, and I never knew until writing myself that could be true. All these other authors say, no, I know know the exact plot, start to finish. I went, that wasn't it for me.
You know, when you read a book or even see a movie where you know how it's going to go, it kind of spoils it for you, doesn't it? If you look at something and then in the end you say, well, I didn't see that coming, that creates a much higher level of interest, doesn't it?
Yes, I've been told by readers my book does have a big plot twist, so I don't want to reveal too much.
No,
it does
no,
tell you a lot.
don't tell us a plot twist. I wouldn't be so rude as to ask you.
It's a big one.
Because you tell us to nick off. But that's the key, isn't it? That
yes.
you have something that don't make it predictable.
No, that's why I like books. It keeps you hooked till the end and you go, who done it moment.
I suppose the only problem you run into, and you have to be a bit careful of, if you come up with a plot that has an ending that makes you go, oh God, no, really? It's got to be in its own way believable, hasn't it?
Definitely. Don't worry, I don't write books about, and it was all a dream. That's my worst book to read. Oh.
Why would you do that?
No, it ruins the story, doesn't it?
It's all a dream. No, it was a nightmare. Thank you for that. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This has been great.
Isabelle Fleay and her book, Mystic City, Souls and Spirits.
The excerpt I have for you today has been provided with a little context from Izzy. This is a snippet from Chapter 1 of Mystic City, Souls and Spirits. The context follows human 19-year-old Lila, or that could be Layla, Leila, Layla, heading out to the clubs on her birthday Eve with her sister and best friend. She lives as one of the only humans in a supernatural city, Arcadia, or Mystic City, as supernaturals are called mystics. During her night out, her sister gets poisoned, and they leave the club and end up lost, then stumble upon a crime scene, a vampire corpse, where they later learn a mysterious demon is stealing the souls of citizens before they can pass on to the afterlife. Naturally, Layla, of all people, gets caught in the middle, becoming the central suspect of the crime, as the head detective, Grimm, cannot seem to figure her out. Why human has something to do with this, but he is convinced regardless. Later, Layla is now the central target of the elusive soul-eater demon, and Grimm decides to protect her instead, where her secrets unfold and love blooms in the most unlikely of places. Think urban fantasy, mystery, female Jack Reacher vibes meets Crescent City Shadowhunter book vibes. Here you go. The clock tower of Arcadia struck 3/4 to midnight, its chimes swallowed by the hum of a city alive with magic. Neon lights bled across the cobblestone streets, casting kaleidoscopic reflections on puddles from a recent storm. Above, banners from Calendar's Eve fluttered in the icy wind, announcing the celebrations that marked off the city's most anticipated festival, the celebration of a new year. Layla Starquin shivered as she stepped onto Regal Palace, flanked by her sister, Corey, and her best friend, May Rivera, as they left her apartment in Crimson Flats, where she lived with her sister and mother. The chill bit at her skin, seeping through the thin fabric of her shimmering midnight blue dress. A gift from May that hugged her slender frame and revealed more than Layla was usually comfortable with. A low neckline dipped into a modest V, while short ruffled sleeves cuffed her biceps, leaving her shoulders bare to the elements. She cursed herself for not bringing a jacket, but May had been insistent. New year, new you, she chirped as she handed Layla a pair of glittering black stilettos earlier that evening. Now, as the wind nipped at her exposed arms, Layla ground her teeth together, determined not to admit how cold she was, and she tried to focus on not tripping over her 4-inch heels. The street pulsed with energy. Vampires, witches, fairies and werewolves, and angels. Mystics of all kinds filled the sidewalks, their laughter and chatter blending with the music spilling from nearby bars and clubs. Layla's heels clicked against the cobblestone, a sound nearly drowned out by the festival's liveliness. She was reluctant to be here, to be part of the chaos, but it was the eve of her 19th birthday. May had insisted they celebrate properly, dragging Layla away from her plan to stay home with a takeaway burger and watching her favourite binge-worthy dating show, Love Bites, with her little blue-furred bunny, Blue. "Solara above, Corey," May teased, linking arms with Layla as they walked, her jet black hair dancing in the chill breeze slightly with each step she took. "Do you own anything that isn't black?" Solara the Bright, goddess of the sun and light, one of the 13 gods and goddesses that ruled over the ethereal realms, known as the mothers and fathers of the creation of all lands, whether it was a street, holiday, a star in the sky, or an entire suburb of the city, the gods had their name written across Arcadia one way or another. Corey ignored them, but that didn't stop May from pushing her sister's buttons more as she continued. "All I'm saying is that you don't have to constantly dress like a grunge punk emo. I love the colour black, but that doesn't mean I only own one outfit on rotation, darling. Have you seen my walk-in closet?" Layla giggled lightly as she noticed May's feline onyx eyes fluttered with a thick layer of mascara, reflected the crescent moon above. Corey barely glanced up from her phone as she was texting, her ice blue eyes reflecting the glow of the city lights. "Why fix what isn't broken?" she retorted flatly as she continued typing away at her screen, her chunky silver rings tapping against the phone that layered her deep-toned fingers. Izzy was bubbling with energy during those interviews, and her short teaser really highlights her writing style. One of the coolest things about Izzy is that on the day, she had Mystic City pens on her table that were the shape of a key. My girls walked around and purchased all the books that either caught their eye or we needed for the excerpts, and my youngest had it signed in her name, so now I need to buy another one for me. My first takeaway was when she admitted to working FIFO while writing these books. That shows an admirable dedication to her craft, and you could hear how passionate she was in the interviews. My second takeaway, which is on theme for the event, was about the community that stepped up and helped her along the way. Building those connections and networking is so important as a creative. My third takeaway was when she was talking about her writing process, where her inspiration came from, and how she uses a variety of different tools to capture ideas. That is really validating to hear that everyone has a unique creative journey. What were your takeaways? If you would like to carry on the conversation with Izzy, then she has Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and Goodreads. She also has her own website, authoriflay.com.au. You can find all the social links in the show notes, along with her book list. In the next special episode, you will hear from Pete Mitchell. If you are enjoying the show and would like to show some support, then please subscribe and share these episodes with a friend. Or if you want to go the next step, then buy us a cuppa. Head on over to ko-fi.com/findingalara. That's ko-fi.com/findingalara. There is an option for you to buy us a cup of tea for $2, or you can join the Shadow Lair. For $5 a month in the Shadow Lair, you receive exclusive content and advanced information about the show. If you would like to get in touch with myself or the team at Bushland Castle Productions, then I am on Instagram and TikTok as @FindingLara. There is a Discord channel and Facebook group called Finding Lara Podcast. The Bushland Castle Productions team are on Facebook, Instagram and Discord as BCP Creative, or you can check out the website bushlandcastleproductions.com for the most up-to-date information. If you would like to get in touch with Chris, then he's on Facebook as Chris Ildesley, and if you want to talk to Paul, then he's on Facebook as Paul Vandermeer. He also has his own podcast called Forest.chat. The music is brought to you by @Keys of Moon Music and is called The Epic Hero. If you enjoyed listening to Finding Alara, have any questions, or just want to share your world with us, then please get in touch. Until next time, keep up the search for your Alara.